Welcome to episode 34 of Instant Expertise Marketing. We appreciate you listening in. Sherry and I are very, very excited to continue our conversation with our very special guest, Cathy Parks, the creator of the proprietary Parks Method. She is here to share some of her very best advice on how consumer goods creators can pivot their e-commerce sales and add on to that by selling to stores. I'm Yvette Brown, co-founder of X Promos. I became an entrepreneur at 23 by starting a promotions agency with my then 29-year-old business partner, Sherry Nomadi.
And I'm Sherry Nomadi. You know, Yvette and I, we approach business from opposite ends of the spectrum, but we nearly always come to the same conclusion on how we help our clients succeed. And today we are really excited to be here and continue this podcast conversation with Cathy Parks. Cathy is this unique breed of marketing, sales, and product development rock star. You know, early on in her career, she honed her marketing skills when she was working at Ogilvy. Yes, that would be for the David Ogilvy. And we met her on the agency side of the business. And that was before she went to Mattel. And while she was at Mattel, she became part of this really elite team that built Barbie into a billion dollar brand. And after she left Mattel, she kept repeating this process with her sales, her marketing, and her product development. She did this with emerging brands, and she helped them expand distribution channels to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. And while she was doing this, she created the proprietary Parks Method. And that's the same method that she has used for selling to stores for the last 25 years. So to learn more about Cathy and how she's helping brands, you can visit her website at selltostores.com.
We've actually had the pleasure of working with Cathy at several points along her journey as well as ours. And over the next few episodes, Cathy has agreed to come on our podcast here and share her very best pieces of advice on how consumer goods product creators can sell to retail stores.
So Cathy, welcome back. It's great to have you again.
Hi, thanks. It's great to be here.
Good. So in the last episode, just to refresh, you really shared some great and somewhat horrific stories about that $1 million presentation when you get that $1 million meeting with the national chain buyer. And today we want to pivot and discuss one of your favorite yet sort of cryptic statements, something you talk about a lot, and that is the profits are in the journey. So Cathy, why don't you just tell us, what does that mean exactly?
What does that mean? That means, I guess it means don't forget to be creative about how you approach your sales for your product line. So many people think that they are going to jump from e-commerce to Walmart, for example. Everybody wants to sell to Walmart. That's everybody's dream. But along the way, and it should be your dream, but along the way, there are countless retail outlets that you can sell to. And that's why I say the profits are in the journey. If you're selling to Walmart, it's going to be about at least 1.5 years before you would see any revenue from that sale. They plan about 1 year ahead. So along the way, if you sell to smaller retailers, specialty channel or catalogs or other drop ship sites and things like that, you can make profits while you're on your journey to sell into the national retailers. Think about this. The fewer the doors, meaning the number of store locations a retail chain has, the shorter their lead time is. And if you sell into a mom and pop store that has 1 store location, they'll write you a purchase order almost immediately to ship immediately. So you can start generating revenue very quickly if you go to smaller retailers. The other good thing about that is beyond the fact that you can ship soon in smaller quantities and make money immediately while you're waiting for those bigger orders with your bigger retailers, is you can make your mistakes before they cost you money. You need to learn how to process purchase orders with the smaller retailers because you won't lose money. You'll keep your profits if you make mistakes, if you don't have enough product, or if you ship the wrong item, or if you ship on the wrong day. Those kind of mistakes happen all the time. But with a large retailer, they can cost you up to $10,000 a piece. With the smaller retailers, it doesn't cost you anything to make those beginner mistakes. So once again, it keeps your profits high. So that's why I like to say the profits are in the journey. Lots and lots of different types of retail outlets, airport stores, catalogs, salons, doctor's offices, on and on and on. Tractor Supply, you know, the farm channel. There are just countless types of retail chains, if you really think about it, where you can make money faster and less costly. So think about that while you're thinking about your Walmart or Target meeting that you'll have once or twice a year, and you'll ship in about a year. It's really important.
Hey, Cathy, I have a natural follow-up question on that, I think, is that if I'm a consumer goods product creator and I've got this thing and you're talking about how, you know, you can make money kind of at these onesie twosie doors, you know, I'm just one person, or maybe I have a small staff. How in the world would I even call on all of those onesie twosies across the country?
Well, that's a good question. What you would do is you'd hire a rep force. There are companies in each product category that are specifically designed to sell either toys or gifts or sporting goods to those smaller channels. And so you could sort of cover the entire country with a patchwork, I call it, fit together the different rep groups for different areas of the country to reach those smaller retailers. And then you don't have to reach each one. You reach the rep group to do that for you.
And is it costly to have a sales rep group like that?
Well, the good thing about rep groups is they work on commission only. So they don't get paid until after you've gotten paid. So it's a great way for somebody just starting out to extend their reach to the number of retail doors around the country that they want to sell to.
Okay, well, that's huge right there. I mean, that was amazing. And really, as you talk about not making those mistakes and the fact that I can hire someone that's commission only, that's only get paid if they sell stuff. I think if I was a product creator with a consumer goods product, I would definitely want to start with those smaller, you know, specialty type retailers. That is really a huge kind of unexpected insight on what this product, you know, journey is all about, profit journey.
Yeah, and don't underestimate them. You know, some of the stores will just order a few $1,000s a year, but every now and then they can be quite big orderers. I'll tell you one story. I was at a trade show, and this small retailer came up to me, and we had sort of shipped him, when I was at Mattel, we had shipped him sort of what we had left. He was an independent retailer. And after we shipped to all the big customers, then we would ship to the small retailers. And he came up to me and he said, I just want to thank you. And I said, what for? He said, I want to thank you for making me a millionaire. I said, a millionaire? What do you mean? He said, I've made so much money shipping or selling your products just from what you have sent to me. And I thought I had a brand new respect for specialty retailers. So he became a millionaire just with whatever leftover product we had to ship to him to sell the consumers. And I was really happy for him. And I feel really great about the specialty channel after that, I got to tell you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, Cathy, that right there is, and I know you just always drop these knowledge bombs on us, but I want our listeners to really absorb that and take that in and really let that sink in. This is what Cathy means by the profits are in the journey. And that's quite a profit for specialty stores. So let's just stop with the questions there. I think that's probably enough to absorb for today. And think about what we're going to do tomorrow with Cathy.
Yeah, speaking about what's next, I think we need to circle back to what you talked about, Cathy, a couple episodes ago. You talked about presenting a line to a buyer. Do you think that you could come back and you could give your thoughts on where someone who has a single product would even start on trying to create a line that they would be presenting to a buyer?
Sure, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. Yep.
That'd be awesome. Thanks, Cathy. And again, guys, I know you're learning so much from Cathy and her proprietary method, selling with the Parks method, and Cathy herself. If you want more details about this method and Cathy, visit her website at selltostores.com.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Come back, as we're going to continue our interview with Cathy Parks on how to sell to stores. And we will next be discussing how to turn that single product into a whole product line.
Awesome.